Hello everyone and welcome to our presentation today. Today we'll be discussing age discrimination at IBM. We will explore how IBM has been accused of age discrimination, looking at its hiring, layoff practices, reported cases and legal actions. Before we begin, we acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations as the traditional owners of the land on which the university stands. Our mighty university respectfully recognizes elders, both past and present. Now, let me start by just briefly introducing our team. We have Donna, we have Vaishali, Pranan, Ananya, and Pranoy. Now, here's a quick overview of our presentation. In this presentation, we will be covering various topics like identifying the organizational problem, research and evidence, analysis, and impact of age discrimination. To provide context, let's first start with a brief overview of IBM. Now, what is IBM and what do they do? IBM, or International Business Machines Corporation, is a global technology and consulting company founded in 1911 and is headquartered in Armonk, New York. Now, IBM provides a wide range of technological solutions, including cloud computing, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, cybersecurity, and data analytics. The company is a leader in the enterprise IT services and helps businesses and governments worldwide to improve efficiency and innovation. Now, as of 2024, IBM reported approximately $60 billion in revenue and employs over 300,000 people globally, which makes it one of the largest and most influential tech companies in the world today. Now, now that we have a foundational understanding of IBM, Vaishali is going to take us through the next.
Thank you, Nanya. Moving forward, IBM, which has been a pioneer in technology for over a century, but behind its success lies a troubling issue, which is an organizational problem: age discrimination. When does age discrimination occur? Age discrimination occurs when older employees face unfair treatment in hiring, promotion, or layoff due to their age. At IBM, this issue has been a center of lawsuits and internal investigation. To understand how this issue unfolded, let's take a closer look at IBM's history of workforce politics. So in 2013, IBM targeted older employees where senior executives strategized to replace the older workers with the younger talent. The US Equal Employee Opportunity Commission found that over 85% of the IBM employees were considered layoffs were over 40. Then in 2018, IBM laid off over 20,000 older employees, affecting those over 40, which resulted in a class action lawsuit. In 2021, court filings revealed IBM executives using phrases like dino babies, referring to older employees they wanted to replace, and these emails provided a direct evidence of IBM biasness towards older workers, which further escalated, resulting in ongoing legal challenges which IBM is still facing till today. And in 2024, only 29 former employees petitioned the US Supreme Court, arguing IBM to restrict their ability to sue by forcing arbitrary engagements. To have a look around these allegations, we dig into the qualitative and quantitative evidence, and we saw that beyond lawsuits, employees have spoken about their experiences. Like HR veterans Pamela and Patricia filed complaints reinforcing the pattern of age bias termination, and many top class news articles and agencies reported news reports highlighting IBM's internal culture, where they favored younger employees and leading to a decreased morale and trust in their leadership. Then, from a legal standpoint, IBM faced multiple lawsuits over its treatment for older workers, where Castelluso versus IBM in 2008, where a former executive won a lawsuit after being dismissed despite strong performance, or we talk about the Texas federal court complaint in 2020, where IBM deliberately eliminated the older workers, or the senior HR executive lawsuits that we talked in a previous slide. This all points at the same thing. Then, despite IBM's legal team efforts to downplay these allegations, it was still held accountable, where in the recent case, the company was hit by $1.5 million discrimination verdict, despite what was described as shams investigation into practices. So after seeing all this, and based on the articles, we wanted to see the demographics of IBM workforce, and the results were not surprising, where we saw 42% of employees between 20 to 30-year-old, only 8% were from 51 to 60. These statistics tells us that age discrimination at IBM has not only resulted in legal battles but also risks damaging its reputation and employee interest.
Thank you so much, Vaishali. So, what's organizational behavior? Essentially, it is a study of individuals and groups within an organization with strong ties to psychological and other social sciences. The main organizational behavior concepts that were identified were social identity theory, social categorization theory. Second concept was the stereotype content model. Third concept was the intergroup contact theory. Let us focus on these two other concepts, one of them being the organizational justice. The lawsuits alleged that IBM layoffs were uh, unjust, lacked transparency, and overall was just unfair practice. It violated principles of procedural and distributive justice. Furthermore, manipulation of performance reviews in order to justify terminations undermine employees' perception of fairness. The lack of transparency in the layoff processes and the apparent targeting of the older employees low-key showcases a clear lack of organizational justice. The last concept is the concept of ageism and its components. The allegations reveals all three components of ageism were present. First one being the stereotypes, which is the negative beliefs towards older workers' abilities. Prejudice was the negative attitude towards the older employees, and thirdly being the discrimination, which was clearly visible in the discriminatory actions in layoffs and performance evaluations. The language used in internal communications, such as referring to dino babies and extinct species, indicates a culture of ageism present within the IBM. Three discriminations concepts associated with IBM lawsuit would be workplace culture. So the IBM's ageism fosters hostility, therefore intergenerational contact collaboration is crucial. Secondly is leadership. They need to stop ageism, enforce ethics, and value everyone equally at IBM. Thirdly is decision making. So ageist biases in HR demands objective, transparent, and data-driven processes for fair treatment. All this connects very well to the IBM lawsuit, as it highlights the critical need for ethical leadership, inclusive workplace cultures, transparent decision-making processes, as they allege the company fostered ageism, results in biased layoff and based on age-based stereotypes rather than objective criteria or capabilities.
Thank you, Pranoy, for that. So today I would be covering on the legal actions for the lawsuit in the year 2019 and the EOC findings in the year 2020. After a detailed investigation, the US Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which is the EOC, has found that IBM engaged in a systematic age discrimination by directing the managers to replace older employees with younger workforce. The EOC findings contain the determination letters which were sent to the ex-employees who filed the complaint. The agency investigations included interviews with dozens of witnesses and the analysis of the company's employment from the year 2013 to 2018. That analysis found that 85% of employees targeted of IBM terminated more than 20,000 US employees with the age group of 40 and above during this time period. The EOC's determination letter says a nationwide investigation uncovered top down messaging from IBM's highest rank of directing the managers to engage in an aggressive approach to significantly reduce the headcount. IBM denied that they have not discriminated the older employees. The company said in a statement that IBM makes decisions based on the need and not on the age, and we will continue to defend the matter vigorously. The determination letter reads the final, and there is a reason to be having said that for the violations which have occurred. So, the next thing that I would be covering is the factors influencing the age discrimination. So, that is the economic factors, which covers the labor market conditions and wages, pay, and expectations. The second one being the social factors, which is handed over from the generation, and that's more like the culture and the media representation. Third one being the policy and the legislative factors, which emphasizes on the government initiatives taken on the weaker enforcement. And finally, the informational factors, which is nothing but the stereotypes and the misinformation.
Thank you, Donna. So now we're going to have a look at impact of age discrimination. First, decrease employee morale. When older employees feel undervalued or targeted due to their age, it fosters culture of fear and mistrust, leading to decreased productivity and engagement across workforce. Second one is potential legal consequences. IBM has faced multiple lawsuits alleging unlawful termination based on age. In 2024, a New York federal judge allowed a lawsuit by 16 former IBM employees to proceed. Despite the company attempt to dismiss it on personal grounds, this legal battle not only results in financial liabilities, but also divert resources and attention from core business activities. And the last one is damage to the reputation. Public perception of IBM as an age discriminatory employer can tarnish its brand image. Report of age bias can deter top talent from seeking employment with the company and may lead to negativity media coverage. Now we're going to have a look at human capital theory and IBM workforce strategy. Human capital theory by Becker suggests that organizations invest in employees who provide the highest expected return on investment. IBM alleged age discrimination can be linked to the principle in several ways. First is cost-driven decision. IBM reportedly favored younger employees due to lower salary and benefit, aligning with human capital theory. Older workers were seen as costly due to pension and healthcare. A company seeking to cut costs may favor younger workforce that require lower compensation. Second one is skills and training efficiency. IBM prioritized emerging tech skill. Younger employees are often perceived as more adaptable and naturally proficient in this area, while older employees may be seen as requiring costly retraining. And the third one is efficiency in training investment. Company may view investment in training younger employees as cost-effective than upskilling older employees who may have ingrained in working style and require more extensive retraining. While cost-saving strategy drive business efficiency, they risk reinforcing age bias, leading to legal and reputational consequences. Next, we're going to have a look at stereotype about older worker in context of IBM. From Roderman research highlight that a stereotype, especially those related to older workers, often focus on their competence and adaptability. According to the study, older workers are typically stereotyped as being less adaptable, resistant to change, and technologically outdated. This perception reflects as a negative bias about older employee ability to engage with new technologies, which is evident in IBM alleged treatment of older workers. First, age bias in adaptability and innovation. At IBM, this perception likely to fuel a preference for younger employees in emerging tech field, despite research showing age does not inherently impact the adaptability. Second one, IBM internal languages and messaging. IBM executive reportedly use terms like "dino baby," and from Bloomberg, articles show that portraying older workers as obsolete. Such language foster exclusion and devalue their contributions. And the last one is layoff and workforce decision. IBM workforce reduction disappropriately affect older employees, reinforcing anxiety about job security. Core documents suggest a corporate culture that saw older workers as a barrier to modernization. So this practice reflects a broader pattern of the age bias at IBM. Addressing such stereotype is essential for fostering a truly inclusive and innovative workplace.
Thanks, Pranam. So, in conclusion, the age diversity lawsuit have presented IBM with significant legal, financial, and reputational challenges. This underscores the importance of age diversity and fair employment practices at the workplace. This also serves as a reminder that people and organizations are both mutually defining. With that, we come to the end of the presentation. Thank you very much. On behalf of the team, we would like to thank Professor Stefan for this opportunity, and thank you everyone for listening. These are our reference slides. Thank you so much.